with the current situation, everybody just stays at home. So you being at home, right? Why not join Cyberbacker and pretty much get the most out of it, earn the most that you've earned probably compared to when you were still in the corporate world. So join an awesome company who has stability and who offers job security.
Dude, we went ahead and we first met. When we first met, that first interview, that first time, did you think this is what you were going to be doing as a growth backer?
I did not, Craig. I'm not even sure what I was, up to then. All I wanted was just to work online. I mean, to work home-based, and that's it.
Yeah?
But, thinking back to what's going on now, I mean, it's been a pretty awesome ride, Craig, just to be truthfully honest. And that's, of course, thankfully, thanks to you.
Whoa, you're giving me too much credit here, because here's the thing. We went ahead, TJ steps out, you more than step up, and I think you were stepping up before, but when you have like a great leader like TJ, and he's around and stuff like that, he's always stepping up too. You got to step up 10 times as much as someone like that, So I think you were stepping up before, it's just there. Now it gets more noticed. You have more people how many people have you taught to be a growth backer so far that you've mentored?
Well, if we add everything, I think that's 5 or 6.
But you've had people right now that they're moving on, they're seeing some success. What do you feel about that, knowing that you had a part to play in them becoming successful?
Well, just like what you mentioned about TJ, their success basically is your success. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter whether they get they get more sales than you do. It's because, like in myself, I'm thankful because of Gab and TJ. I wouldn't be here if not for them. So that's also my mentality when it comes to someone who I taught how to become a growth backer. So I'm proud of what I do. It doesn't mean that they're better than me, but I'm just proud of how they become right after they listen to what I told them to do so and everything.
Well, great job with that. You're a heck of a leader, and I'm excited about you, man. I'm excited. So even though you kind of answered it before, we'll go with the first official. Before coming to Cyberbacker, have you worked online before?
No, I haven't, Craig. So I have never worked online. However, I spent majority of my career working in a call center industry.
All right. So what attracted you to working online?
Well, it was the opportunity to be always there for my family 24/7. As you know, traffic really sucks here in the Philippines. That's also one of the reasons is also to avoid traffic. On top of that, of course, it lessens my expenses.
Lessens your expenses, like how much? If you don't mind me asking. Is like a big difference, or is it like, I just save a little bit here and there?
Well, pretty much it's a big difference considering that, transportation allowance, food allowance, and everything. Sometimes you just have to buy some things. So it's a pretty big difference compared to now that I don't have to leave the house, compared to me outside and then buying things, and then expenses and everything. So yes, it's a big difference.
Very, very cool. So what are some of the goals you plan to accomplish by working at Cyberbacker?
Okay, well, initially, I just wanted to get paid and be able to provide for my family, just stay at home. That's the initial goal. However, when you created and introduced to the Cyberbacker 2.1, it all changed. So my goal now is, of course, to ensure that I'll be able to save for my daughter's future while still being able to buy the things that she wants. That's the main goal.
That was a big change we did 2.1. That was a big change. That impacted your compensation quite a bit. You're like, I'm making more. I'm making a lot more.
I mean, not just quite, Craig, but I mean, totally. There's a big difference.
So would you go back if the call center industry called you, someone called you against this, will you come back? Would you go back?
Definitely not, Craig.
What if they paid you double? What if they paid you double what you made before?
I'd rather be working here from home, working with you, working with TJ and with the entire division, rather than going outside again and meet, whoever. So I'm good where I'm at.
if they ever do call you, see if they want to work at Cyberbacker. We need more great people like you. I'm kidding. I'm fun with it. So it pays good. Cyberbacker pay good income overall.
It does, Craig. It really does.
Awesome. How does working as a growth backer give you fulfillment?
Well, it gives me fulfillment knowing that I'm able to, create an opportunity for someone to have a job and someone to have the opportunity to become part of this team, right? So, getting paid a huge amount of money is just the icing on the cake. But the fulfillment comes from you creating an opportunity for someone else to join the team.
And by the way, I completely agree with you on that. I'm going to share something totally off the cuff. I don't know if you remember this, but I remember this. Way back when you first got here, we were talking just about little things we wanted, little goals. You said one of your goals that just still to this day, it rings to me. Still think about it. You wanted to create a company good enough that your daughter could work here.
I do.
It was that good. It was long lasting. It was stable, stuff like that. Renan, with what you do on a daily basis, creating opportunities, talking to clients, interacting with people in our company, do you see your daily activities leading to that possibility in the future for your daughter?
I do, Craig. Yes.
I think that's important. And I got to tell you, likewise, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter where you're born. You're no better or worse based on where you're born. What matters is where you're going. I truthfully, want the same thing for my son, that it's a company that he could work in, and not, you're Craig's son, you're automatically the boss. But no, dude, you might put my son out there and say, go be a growth backer, or go be a cyberbacker, or go be a career backer. Go somewhere in the company where you can work to learn before you work to earn. You learn a little bit working as a growth backer?
Yes, I do, Craig. As a matter of fact, that I don't have any sales background.
I know.
So, compared to when I was starting, compared to where I'm now, I learned a lot. I can even close a sale before when I joined Cyberbacker initially. It took me, I think, pretty much 2 or 3 months before I did.
Yeah. Well, it says a lot about your character because you're persistent. You're someone who, and everyone can't see, but you're a pretty fit guy. You're shredded. You are a persistent, hardworking person. And Renan, I think Cyberbacker is just sales is a challenge. You wanted to develop that muscle, just like what you do in the gym. You went to work.
That's pretty much the goal, Craig. Yes. Thank you.
Dude, I love that. That's a fantastic analogy. So I appreciate you. Anything else that you would share to people who are aspiring to be a growth backer? Any message you'd give to them?
Well, for me, with the current situation, everybody just stays at home. So you being at home, right? Why not join Cyberbacker and pretty much get the most out of it? Earn the most that you've earned probably compared to when you were still in the corporate world. So join an awesome company who has stability and who offers job security.